Get our next guest introduced, please.
Who is it?
Oh, no.
No, it's a man who's sitting out today's game for the Gold Coast Suns, and a very important part of it because he clipped a couple of blokes. He clipped one, he didn't see him, but he did clip him, and the other one he missed him, but got a week anyway, and he's a good friend of ours, Triple M. Been on what I believe is a 4-week media ban that lasted a week, so that's good, and he joins us. Campbell Brown, welcome, Brownie.
How you going? I'm only breaking it to speak to you boys.
I know, that's why we love you, my friend. Now, have you travelled to Adelaide to watch your side, or are you just on the coast still?
No, I haven't travelled. No, just staying here for Easter and doing a little bit of work with the reserve side.
Very good. Now, Brownie, I'm going to let you loose on these boys, but the response to your actions in some quarters was, I described it as vitriolic. I think Herald Sun reporter Mark Robinson was really outraged by what you did, and there's a couple of others. Now, in hindsight, you've had time to sit back and reflect on it, and I think the day after you went on Channel 7's show and said you were non-apologetic, you view it in a different light now or not?
No, not really. I would have probably chosen my words a little bit better on the day, but the only person that I thought I had to apologise to was the playing group, and I went and I did that. As far as I'm concerned, they're the only people that I let down. Obviously myself as well, but in terms of anyone else, it's none of their business.
Brown Dog, just talking about that, mate, and it's great to chat to you today. Apologising to your teammates. How did you go about that? What was the form, and what was exactly the message that you delivered?
Oh, I just said I'm sorry for letting you down. Obviously, I'm not going to be out there playing with the group for the next month, and it was more for the Ward incident, which was probably a little bit reckless and didn't have to happen. The Barry Hall incident was just one of those things that happened in footy, and misjudged the situation in a split second, and probably should have gone and dove in a little bit lower and harder instead of trying to bump him. So I was more apologetic for the first one than the Hall incident.
Mate, as Garry said, it did receive a lot of publicity in the media. Everyone had their two bobs worth. I always find it interesting when they ring the parents of the players involved to get comments. And your lovely old man, Malcolm, he's a straight shooter. He calls it as he sees it. Whenever you start to hear your old man talking, and in particular about you or about other issues, do you enjoy it, or do you wish perhaps Dad didn't weigh in?
Oh, what do you reckon, bud? I told him not to comment because I knew that some media outlets would be calling him, and like they do, and he reckons he held his tongue for 3 or 4 days and he couldn't do it any longer. He rang me and said, "Oh, look, I've just done an interview, but I didn't say anything wrong," and it was all pretty straightforward. And then I heard a couple of things he said. So, what can I do?
He's one of our all-time favourites, Malcolm. We love him. Listen here, Brownie. What I want to ask you about, I haven't seen you since the two incidents we're discussing. The second one where you went in and you bumped Big Bad Barry, and then he thumped you over the line and then got up. He looked to me at that stage, Brownie, like he really wanted to inflict some physical damage, looked at you and then thought the better of it. Which was that? How were you thinking at that stage?
It all happened that quickly. I was just hoping, like Christ, he didn't go mad.
But were you worried just for a flicker? Did you think, he's about to go me?
No, not really. I just made sure he didn't put me in one of those headlocks he did with Scotty Thompson, or whatever his name was.
At the risk of getting, because I think we were lumped into some criticism, I don't know, directly or indirectly because we're mates with you. And the inference was that you had the good bloke syndrome, and that you're a good bloke, and everyone says you're a good bloke, therefore no one went hard enough at you. Now, the irresponsible act that you've acknowledged, do you think, given the situation the club's in and you as a leader, the vice captain, that it was perhaps a touch more than irresponsible?
In saying that, I didn't mean to inflict the damage that I did. Like, when I stopped and propped and threw my arm back, I meant to just hit him in the chest, and I didn't think for the life of me that I'd hit him in the face. So while I was irresponsible to probably put myself in that situation and do that, the intent wasn't to actually belt him and get a couple of weeks suspension. So I didn't go out there on the day to set the example because of what happened the week before or anything like that. It's just one of those things that happened in the game, and I wish I was out there playing this week, but not the case.
Now, Brown Dog, my spies tell me that you might have caught up with a fellow dog up there on the coast. A little bit of Snoop style.
Oh yeah, I did duck in and see the Snoop Dogg, D-O-double-G.
Tell us about it.
It was just a pool party at Jupiter's, mate.
What was the scenery like?
Yeah, not too bad. I took my lovely girlfriend Jess with me. Unfortunately, no, she knows that I love her. And,
Brownie, that's a rare error from you.
Well, it's not, Jim. You take your girlfriend when you go out.
Of course you do. Brownie rarely does, though.
They tell me Snoop Dogg had it wall to wall happening up there.
It was very good. He brought out Nelly and Busta Rhymes and the Game and all the rappers. So it wasn't a bad evening.
Campbell, very nice chatting to you. Good luck with what you're doing over the
Any
Easter.
changes in the side today that you know of?
Not too sure, actually.
I'd say
Yes,
that's a yes.
there are some.
Well, if you're not too sure, where particularly are you not sure? In what area?
Maybe on the wing or the midfield.
All right,
You both do a little bit of work yourselves, eh?
thank you for breaking your media ban, Brownie. We appreciate it.
Go back on it now, dog.
Good on you, boys.
Good man.
Campbell Brown.